paints and coats, right? Maybe some white color. But this one is a little bit bluish. Try to find someone from here. To yellowish. How about, okay, how about this one? White-tailed deer. We will use this color, okay? So you can drag and drop them into the design. Don't forget this part. And now from this surface, we can see everything is paint with this white-tailed deer, this color, right? But if we look at the 3D view, you can see here, this part, and also this part is not painted. So we have only painted this part, but not the elevated part, right? So for this one, it's also easy. You just click on the line. And here, add edit elevation. This is where you can paint it. It's this one, right? Okay. And now let's take a look. You see this part is with the color, but not the other ones, right? We have only painted this elevation part. And if you want to add some light strip, you also click on the line. And from here, you can set the light trough, the brightness, you can change it. And also the color, you can change it. Okay, so just click on the line, add the light strip, and edit the elevation part. And once you add the light strip, you see the line turn into a yellow color. So that means it's a light strip there. And for the other elevation part, for the other light strip, you just need to click duplicate. So on this line, and the other two, because the other two are very small, so I will zoom in. Okay, this one here. And this one there, right? Okay, so now I have everywhere with the light strip. Okay, all right. Okay, so this is how you draw the shape, how you add the light strip. If you want to add some moldings, for this one, we don't need any moldings, but if you need some moldings, you can also get from here. Yeah, for the molding, you just drag and drop. So there will be molding, you see. There will be the moldings, right? But I think we don't need this. Okay, all right. So I think this is enough for the ceiling design. The next, we need to get some lights on them. Let's take a look at the light. Where is it? Okay, here. So from this part, we can see there are two spotlights right in front of the bed, and two, how do we call this one? The decorative lights on the other side, right? And try to give them some interesting atmosphere. Okay, so this is from this picture, we can see 4 lights. And on the next picture, we can see some downlights on this side. And maybe another one on the other side as well. So let's try to find the lights for them. All right, here we go. So I will put the spotlight first. So you can go here, spotlight. Oh, some downlights, we have that kind of styles as well, like this. I think this is the one I used. Okay, so you can drag and drop it. And then you can try to adjust the position where you want it to be. So let me see, how about, I'll leave it a 500 to the end. And maybe 1,100 to the other side. Okay, so we have the first slide done. And then I can just make a duplicate. Another one on the same level. All right, so you see, when you add this one, there will be guideline to help you to get them on the same level. So you don't have to change the position to the wall. You only need to change the space. Let's give it a 1000 space to each other. So now we have the two spotlights done, you see? And then we just need two big lights, right? From the chandelier, maybe something like this, but not exactly the same style like what we have seen in the picture. You can actually find a lot of different things from our public library, but I think the one I used, I put it into my favorite, is here, right, this one. So I can just put it here, and you can also adjust the position. This one maybe 300, and 600 to the other side, right, like this, you see? I think the position is okay, but the light is very big, right? It's very big. We have to change the size of it. So when you click on it, here you can find the dimensions, the length, the width, and the height. And you just need to change it into the size you want. Okay, what about this one? Not bad, right? So let's give it a 1600. It doesn't go. I think it's because of the scale. It would just change into this one, but it's okay. All right, I think the size is fine. And for the other one, on the other side, you don't need to place it one more time and change the dimension. You can easily make a duplicate. Okay. Here. So you see, they are the same size. You don't need to change the size one more time. I will just change, let me, maybe a little bit to the other side. Not right on top of the bed, right? So it will be not very good when I get up. Okay, so I think for these big lights, we're finished. Next, let's get some down lights. How about these little ones? Okay, so I will try to put 3 on this side. Okay, so you can place the first one and change the position. Maybe 400, this part 300. Okay, this one you can also make a duplicate, but I want to introduce to you guys another easy way to place the downlights. So when you click on it, you can choose array, and here they will get you how you want to place the lights for the spacing. For the X axle, we don't need it. For the Y axle, you can set spacing for each of them. Let's get a 1450. You see, they will directly get you the lights, maybe too much, 1400, like this, you see? You will directly get the 3 lights. You don't need to change the space. 1400, right? So this is one way. You can also choose array and use a quantity. For the X axle, we put only 1. For the Y axle, we'll put 3. Do you see? Now we also have 3 downlights, and they're with equal spacing as well. Okay, so this is how you, the easy way to place the downlights. And we'll put another one on this side. Here, maybe, okay, all right. So let's go back and take a look. All right, so here is the ceiling. See, very nice, right? And later when we do the rendering, you will see the better effect. Okay, so how about before we do the wall design, I want to paint all the wall with the same paints like what we did for the ceiling. So let's paint the wall first and then do the designs. Which one it is? This one? No. Where is the one we use? Yes, this one, white-tailed deer, right? So we will apply it to the wall. Okay. And now you can see the position of the door. I think I left exactly the same position because it's almost to the ceiling design, right? So the door is not bad. We will just leave it, keep it here. Okay, so now let's get the wall design. For the wall design, we have 2 walls on this side, on the door side. First, we will draw 2 circles, place some marble on top of it, and also the light strip on the circle. And on the other side, behind the bed, I think that one is a little bit complicated. And let's take a look how to do that. Okay, we'll first go to this side of the wall editor. All right, here we go. And we will draw 2 circles. You can just use a circle to draw how big you want it to be, maybe a little bit up. So select it, move. You can move it to the position you want. And then we can draw another circle, right? And move it a little bit closer here, right? Okay, so you can adjust the position of them if you don't like it, maybe a little bit. Okay, all right, I think now it's better, right? Okay, and in order to add the last strip, I will also give it a little extrusion, like 20, so just a little bit out of the wall. And this one as well. And to add the stone first. And let me try to find some marble. Do you have anything black like this one? Let me see. It's not bad, right? We'll use this one. It's not bad. And I can add it to fill it. Okay. So now it's only on the surface as well. Only on the surface. So not on the elevated part. See? So when you want to edit the last strip or the elevation part, you always need to click on the line. And here at the last strip, change the brightness, change the light color. And for the elevation part, here, this one, we just added to fill it, right? Okay, so we have the first one done. For the other ones, you just need to make duplicate, duplicate, and duplicate. So you see all the surface, the circle is in the yellow color. That means you get the last strip already. Okay, so this part of the wall is finished. I think it's very easy. And for the other part, right here, you see, not bad, right? And for the other part is this side of the wall. And we will try to make into two halves, one with the stone, one with the wood. And how to get a little, how do you call this? A little table or whatever, a little counter like this. And we will try to do it, okay? All right, so let's go to wall editor. All right, here we go. So what I want you to see is this part. You see the blank part? That is because the ceiling. So for the ceiling, we give it some extrusion, right? So whenever you make some expanded ceiling, so whenever you make some designs, I suggest you to do the ceiling first. Because when you do the suspended ceiling, later when you do the wall design, it will leave you the space of the ceiling. So this is the part you don't need to touch. You only make the design on the rest of it. And if you have some baseboard, so if you need some toe tick lines, some baseboard, you also don't forget to leave a space for it. Or if you have curtains, so if we do the wall design on this part, and you can also leave some space for the curtains, right? So that is for the real situation. Don't forget to leave space for these special areas. Okay, so now let's continue. For this part, first, we need to divide the wall into 2 parts. And you can just easily use a line, or you can use a rectangle. I prefer to use a rectangle because line sometimes it's not very easy for you to control it. It's very easy for you to draw a very, how do we say, a not straight line, right? But the rectangle is much easier. It's very nice for you to control it. So you can use this one, okay? You can use this one if you want to. And let's draw the shape. Okay, so you see how easy you use a rectangle to divide them into two parts. But if I use a line, it's very easy for me to draw the line like this, or not very precise, right? Okay, so if you have to use a line, I suggest to use a guideline to help you. All right, and let's see, I will leave this part 2,200, okay? So this is the wood part, and this is the stone part. Okay, so for the stone, if you just find the stone and apply to it, you will see this is very plain. Doesn't look very good, right? But from our picture, you can clearly see the line. Right? You can see the line. So one way is that you can draw the line. Oh, sorry, I think I did the wrong one. One way to do that is you can draw the line like this. You can draw, divide them into different parts, and then you can apply with the, yeah, so you see, that will be the difference, right? And for this line here, you can see the line on the 2D, but from the 3D, you cannot actually see a line. They will be next to each other. So you can put some very thin moldings. Yeah, I think it gets stuck. You can put some very thin moldings here, so to show as a line. But I think mine is stuck. Didn't show it. All right, let me save it and we will restart it. Okay, let's do it one more time. All right, okay, so if you want to see the line, so like I said, you can draw the different shapes, right? And we will add some marble. And how to show the line in between. So from here, only when you draw the shape on the 2D, but it doesn't show you the line on the 3D, right? So for the 3D, you need to add some moldings. Okay, so here we have some very thin moldings like these ones. And you can apply it here. Or only to this one line, you can click on it and edit. Where is the thin one? Done. Okay, so you see? Here you can find the line. And you can choose different colors, not if you want a black one. And also you can edit how thin, how big you want it to be. So maybe you don't want it to be this big, you can change the size of it to make it smaller, to make it thinner, right? So now you can see the line. And you can choose different color, different style, different size of the molding. Okay, all right, so let's get it back. But there is another way you can use, another easier way. So okay, there is another easy way you can use. Here we have some integrated wall panels from the left side. Okay, I think it's stuck again. All right, let's get it one more time. Okay, so I didn't save everything I did here. All right, so if you don't want to draw the line or everything, you can just go here. We have the integrated wall panels. So they have already get you the line done, you see? Already with the lines in between. So you just need to choose the materials that you like and drag and drop it. How about this one or this one? Looks similar, right? Okay, and to make it look better, you see? Now from this 3D view, you can see the line, right? You can see the line. And you can also change the material if you don't like. You can change into others. You can choose from our public library, right? Okay, so this is what I want to show you for the stone part. And for the other part, I think the only difficult is to get this little counter, right? And then we can just try to find the wood veneer to apply on the surface of it. All right, so let's see. For this one, we will first draw the shape. I will also use a rectangle. So this is a counter, and you can adjust the position, maybe 300, so not too tall. And let's also get it 300. And how to make it out of the wall like a counter. So you also need to set up the extrusion. Maybe we give it 350. Do you see? Now it's out of the wall. So the extrusion to set into different levels, not only for the ceiling, floor, but also for the wall. So for any design, you can try to use it. You don't need to create your own models, and you can get a little counter. Very nice, right? And then we can just find some, here we have some wood veneers you can use. You can choose the one you like and apply it, right? How about this one? This one I think is good. All right, so now it is still only applied to the surface, only to the surface, not to the elevation part. You see, not to the elevation part. So how to get the elevation? Like what we did with the ceiling, you click on the line, edit the elevation, and find the one, this one, right? Okay, so you see the top part already with it. And for the rest of the surface, you can just click and make a duplicate. And check if it's applied to it. Yes, right? Okay, and this one we don't need any light strip, so now it's done. Okay, so let's go back to the 3D view and take a look. Okay. Oh, all right, it stays here, right? Okay, and next, I think we just need to find a similar flooring for it, like this color, right? Okay, so for the floor, because in the picture here, we don't see any design on the floor. It's just simple paving. So you can easily find one from our public library, find the one you like, drag and drop, right? So if it's applied to the whole room, it's very easy, just drag and drop. But if you want to make some further design for it, we can also go to the floor editor. If you want to draw some shapes, or if you want the floor to be with two different type of floorings. So one is like this, the other is different. So you can choose, you can do like this. Or if you want to make some stairs, maybe on the other side, if you want to make some stairs, you can also set the extrusion. And you see, this part is higher, right? So you can also do like this. But what I want to show you is here you can also do some editing for the paving scheme. So you can choose the different types of paving, how you want to pave the floor, like this, or like that, right? And you can choose where you want to start to pave, from the bottom left, from the top, or from the right side. And you can also do the offside horizontally. You see it moved, right? Or vertically. You can even change the angle as well. Okay, change to the other side. And you can also get the gap, true gap or false gap. If I make it a little bit bigger, you can see clearly. And you can change the gap color. You see, now you can see the gap, right? And what else? You can also edit the size of the single piece. So if I make it bigger, 200, you see, the single piece get bigger. And you can change into a different texture if you don't want this one. No. Okay, didn't change. Anyway, so you can change into different textures if you want it, right? All right, so let's go back and find something close to what we have seen in our picture, but this one. Yeah, if you have any questions, you can leave your message here while we are waiting for this very slow Wi-Fi. So you can leave your message in the chat box, please. All right, so let me see why this is so slow. Okay, all right, so we're back and let's try to find the floor, the same flooring we need. I think I have added to my favorite. It's a very nice floor. Is it this one? No. So if you have questions, you can leave a message in the chat box. And also later when we finish, I will also leave you guys some time for the questions, okay? I cannot find the floor I saved. This one not bad. Okay, so we'll use this one. I think it's not bad. Oh, is it this one? Okay, anyway, I think this is fine. And the next part will be the easiest part. When you finish all the designs of the ceiling or the walls, the next part, you just need to get some furniture inside, drag and drop, right? I see one question here. While selecting the flooring or the wallpaper, how will show in color in the option? What do you mean in color? So for the flooring or the wallpaper, you can find everything in our public library, right? So you will find everything here in the public library. You cannot change the color of it. You can only select different color. And for the wallpaper, it's the same. Yeah, so you see they have different colors, different styles. So you just need to choose the different ones. If you want to get them with different color, I can also show you an easy way. So for example, I will use this wall as example, okay? So if I place this here, sorry. Not this one. So if you cannot find exactly the color you want, you need to find the textures and upload it to your enterprise catalog. So that is the easiest way to find it. Okay. All right. So now let's place some furniture and we will just get the bed. I have added them to my favorite. Okay, here we go. And I think I will move it a little bit this way, right? And then the bed and table, let's get it a little bit taller because it's too small. Okay, like here. And what else? This one, right? This sofa together with the this side. You can change the height as well. You want it to be smaller, right? Let's see. Okay, not bad. And the next, I think we need a rug. Here we go. And then, right, like this. Okay, and the curtains as well. Okay, facing to that side. All right, and you can move it here. And for the curtains, I like to change the size of it. And this one, I don't want it to be scaled. I want to customize the length and the height. So the length, I think it's 5,000 on that side, right? Yes, 5,000. And the height will be 2,800. And let's take a look. Okay, not bad, right? And I remember we left 200 for the width. So you can also change it to 200. Okay, here we go. Okay. I think now we get everything, right? So you guys can help me to check if we get everything we need for this house. And how to change the proportion of the tile. For wooden flooring, that's what I did just now to you guys. So you go to floor editor. For the wooden floor or for the tiles, that will be the same. You go to floor editor and then pave editing. And okay. So if I choose this one, from here, you can change the size of the single piece. You see, from here, you can change it. Let's make it bigger. You see. And for the tile, it's the same. So you just go to floor editor and the pave editing. So that's where you can change the size of the wooden floor or the tiles, right? Where is the floor I chose? This one? Right, anyway, we'll use this one, okay? So I think now we have done. And if you have questions, you can keep typing in the chat box and let's make some renderings, okay? All right. I'll choose a 2D. And yes, I see Selena already sent the feedback link to our chat box. So if you guys, would you please click on the link and try to leave your feedback? If you think the training is easy to understand or what topics you want to have in the future. So you can leave your feedback here. And let's get some renderings. Okay. Right, so I will put it here. Let me move it. Okay, what about this? Not bad, right? Okay, so one render for this one and another from the side. Okay, and one more here. All right, so let's wait for the renderings. And let me see, one more question. Are the options for full marble for the wall bed design or a way to make marble tiles to one full slab? I'm not quite sure what you're talking about. You want everything to be with the same kind of marble? You want everything, you want all the, for the wall, for the bed with the same marble? To make the marble tiles to one full slab. You can change the size of the marble. So you can change the size a little bit bigger, so it will be the whole piece, right? Is that what you mean? So like a full side of the wall, you don't want to see the gaps You don't want to see the gaps of the marble, right? The marble tile. So you can change the size into a bigger one. Can we browse material textures from outside, like from Google Desktop? If you are an enterprise user, for the individual user, I don't think so. But for the enterprise user, you can get the materials or the textures from other softwares, or even if you take a picture yourself or scan the material, and then you can upload them to your enterprise catalog here. So you can upload the textures, and these are the images you get from other places. But for the individual user, I don't think you can do that. Only the enterprise users, right? Okay, and our renderings are finished. Let's take a look. This is the front view, and you can even see the reflection of the light on this one. And also the light strip here, because I only set 100 brightness, so it doesn't show very much. If you wanted to see a better effect, you can set it to 200 brightness, so you can see more of it, right? And also you can see the sunlight. And this is from the other angle. We can clearly see the shadow of the sun, and also the shadow from the downlight, right here, and this one as well. Okay, all right. So I think this is everything from my part. And we still have 5 minutes left. So if you guys have more questions, don't be shy to leave your questions in the chat box. And for the ones who haven't clicked on the feedback link, please click on the link and leave your feedback. You're a student. Okay, so if you're interested in our enterprise account, so maybe you can leave your if you don't want to leave your contact information here, do you have the WhatsApp group? So you can contact Coohom, the people from Coohom side, and let them see if they can give you a trial account. So you can try to use our enterprise account as a trial to see if you like it. I think that is the only way I can do for you. But for the individual account, we don't support to upload textures at this moment.